everyone, it's Miss Kate. Miss Hazel is not here with us right now, so I'm on my own. But today I want to tell you something. We're going to talk about an artist that I really, really love. His last name is Hundertwasser. His first name, and if you're hearing this, Mr. Hundertwasser, I'm really sorry, it's Friedensreich. And then his last name is Hundertwasser, which is right here. He was actually born with the name Friedrich Stillwasser. But when he was a grown-up, he changed his name. Isn't that interesting? He was born in Austria in a city called Vienna. And he grew up, they didn't really have a lot of money, and his dad died when he was young. But he was this really interesting, he is an interesting person. He decided that he wanted to be an artist. And his mom thought he should get a job that really paid money. But he was insistent that he be an artist. And he became an artist and actually did really great work all over the place. So we're going to talk about a little bit more about him and something that I'm fascinated by about him, and that's what we're going to do for our project. He, after World War II, he was very young, but he saw a lot of burnt up buildings and big potholes, and then he discovered that things would grow again. So he saw bugs and he saw grasses and flowers, and he really fell in love with nature. He also talked about, he saw a lot of spirals in nature. He said, you never see a straight line made by a ruler in nature. There are a lot of crooked lines and round lines. And one of the things that that I love was his spirals. So today we're going to do a spiral project inspired by Hundertwasser. He did a lot of other things. If you get a chance to look him up, look online and see all the buildings he designed, mosaics that he did, a lot of his paintings. You'll be fascinated like I am. But this is what we're going to do today. We are going to start with a piece of black paper. And today, you could do it with anything. I wanted to use the metallic markers that we have, which is why I'm using black paper. I'm going to draw a spiral. So remember, a spiral really starts in the middle and goes out like this. And then we're going to add a little bit of fun to it. So maybe I'll add some curvy lines like this all the way around. You know, sometimes you see spirals with snails. Snails have spiral shells. A lot of there are sea creatures that are spirally. A lot of fun things. So after you make some circles, you can also take out a piece of watercolor paper and your watercolor tray. I actually already painted this because I wanted to have it dry by the time I saw you. But what I did was I did a really light wash in the back with a lot of water, and then I came back after that was dry, and without a lot of water on my brush, I made these circles. So now they're much brighter against this background. And I also cut some of my spirals out ahead of time. So what I'm going to do is now, after I've cut them out, I'm going to glue them onto my page and make what is going to look like a Hundertwasser tree, a bunch of trees. So I've got my glue stick out. I'm going to glue these down. And you can see that I've made a lot of different kinds of spirals on here because they're fun, and these metallic Sharpies or pens, they're not Sharpies actually. These metallic pens are very fun to play with. So I'm going to get these all glued down. Oops. Look at this, my glue piece came out. I think it's because we're at the end of this glue stick. I do like to use a lot of glue sticks, so we go through a lot of them. Okay, so now, as you can see, I have these right here, but trees need to have some trunks. So I'm doing this upside down so you can see it, but I'm using a Sharpie. I'm using a black permanent marker, and I'm just going to draw these straight lines down. Imagine like a forest of circular spiral trees. And there you have a painting. It's actually multimedia because we've got paper and pens and paint. So this is inspired by Mr. Hundertwasser, who, remember, is from Austria. And if you get a chance, please look him up because he's so interesting. Such great art. And so I'll see you next time. Remember, if you like this and you want to subscribe so you know when our next video is coming up, hit that button right down below. And if you do any of these things that we show you, especially this one, would you have a picture taken and put it on Instagram with the hashtag Alameda Arts Fun so we can find it? Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.